Black Panther: Wakanda Forever is heading into its third weekend at the box office. And even though I am not a very big fan of this movie, it's very clear that the mainstream media is. They've been telling people for weeks now how stunning and brave this movie is, how empowering it is for people of color and for women. But of course, one of those women is Letitia Wright, the star of this movie, the person who becomes the Black Panther. And interestingly enough, 2 years ago, the mainstream media were saying very different things about Letitia Wright than they are now. Remember, nearly 2 years ago in December of 2020, Black Panther star Letitia Wright deletes social media accounts after anti-vax video backlash when she simply shared a video of people asking questions about what was in the COVID jab, right? She got absolutely obliterated. She got canceled and she got bullied by the mainstream media to the point where she deleted her Twitter account and apologized, probably just to keep her job with Marvel. Well, now some people are bringing that back up again, and the people who are comparing that, what she did, simply by sharing a video that was asking questions about something that 2 years later we realized a lot of people should have been asking questions about. They compared this to some of the most disgusting and vile acts that anyone in Hollywood has ever done. And they're putting her on that same exact level for what she did. And Letitia Wright is not going to sit there and take it. She is fighting back against the mainstream media. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever star Letitia Wright slams The Hollywood Reporter for equating her vax skepticism to some of Hollywood's most notorious child abuse scandals. This is absolutely ridiculous. Just like we said 2 years ago here on this channel, when someone says something that the media doesn't like, they try to fight it. They try to battle against it. But when a black woman says something, they get really mad because they say, yeah, let's push voices of color. Let's push female voices, female representation. But then if those people step one toe across the line, say something that they don't want, they try to absolutely destroy them. That's exactly what we saw with Letitia Wright, and now they're bringing it up again. Black Panther: Wakanda Forever star Letitia Wright is not happy with entertainment media heavyweight The Hollywood Reporter after the outlet decided to attack the actress by comparing her to some of the most notorious child rapists and sexual abusers in Hollywood due to her alleged anti-jab stance. On November 21st, The Hollywood Reporter published a piece entitled "How Personal Baggage Will Impact Oscar Chances" that put Letitia Wright, Babylon lead Brad Pitt, and Emancipation star Will Smith front and center in a story about how each actor's personal controversies stand to hurt their Oscar odds. Now, of course, we know what happened to Will Smith, slapping Chris Rock, keep my wife's name out your mouth, and then Brad Pitt has been accused of some pretty serious things by Angelina Jolie. I think all that fails a little bit in comparisons to someone's personal medical choice and sharing a video that was just asking some questions. And if it was just that, that'd be one thing, but it went further. However, rather than keep the focus of their piece on the named actors, The Hollywood Reporter went a step further, seeking to equate their controversies to the crimes of someone like Roman Polanski, again, 13-year-old. That's who we're talking about with Roman Polanski. And also Woody Allen, who's since married his adopted daughter, and accused predator of underage boys Bryan Singer. Obviously, not all accusations are equally serious or solid, but if history is a guide, what may happen to Smith, Pitt, or Wright? Letitia Wright was pissed about this, and very rightly so. She deleted her Twitter after all this happened. She apologized for sharing the video, she bent the knee, and she apologized. Well, guess what? That didn't work. Apologizing didn't work, Letitia Wright, and it'll never let these people forgive you for what you said, for questioning the authority. Look at this. I had to unblock The Hollywood Reporter just to post this. Scott Feinberg and all at this publication, you're incredibly disrespectful. How dare you? You mentioned my name alongside men who have been accused of abuse and sexual misconduct. This is vile behavior. At this point, a personal vendetta towards me. I've done nothing wrong but respectfully refuse to do interviews with you. Stop your nonsense. I apologized 2 years ago, remained silent on the topic. You lied and said I continued talking about it with my cast and crew. This was not true. The film is successful. Your agenda towards me is now even more clear. I won't remain silent. Stop your disgusting behavior. And again, I will reiterate, I don't like Wakanda Forever. I don't think that it's going to make the money that Marvel thought it was going to make originally, not by any stretch of the imagination. However, Letitia Wright is absolutely right to be upset about this. She is one of those people who had one of those views you're not allowed to in Hollywood, and the mainstream media completely tried to destroy her. They tried to get her fired from Black Panther 2. They tried to wreck her life. So even though I am not a fan of Shuri in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, I'm not a fan of this movie, certainly, that doesn't mean that I'm not going to sit here and say what they just tried to do to her is absolutely wrong. And it did continue. Returning to the topic a short time later, Wright turned her sights on the article's author, Scott Feinberg. Scott Feinberg, this personal agenda with you and your friends at Hollywood Reporter is disgusting. I've remained silent as the world told me to kill myself 2 years ago for a video I posted and apologized for. I kept my head down, focused on my craft. Now I'm on the other side of it. Here you are, a so-called journalist we're meant to trust, putting my name into this nasty article for what? You lack substance, you have nothing to report. The movie's beautiful, impact, and breaking box office. I worked my ass off with my cast and crew to dedicate it to my brother. How dare you? Did my performance rattle you that much? I'm still here, still making an impact, still creating projects that touch people's hearts, and it's not gonna stop. Get a life, like, for real. And the Hollywood Reporter did have something to say. They did respond to this. One of the editors for the Hollywood Reporter, I think right here I have it. THR's editor-in-chief said this: I appreciate the feedback and the dialogue. While the intent was not to equate Letitia Wright's situation with the others, we understand that in the story, we also understood some saw it a different way. We featured Letitia in our cover and cited her great talent before. Can look forward to continuing to chronicling her career. I don't think Letitia Wright wants you to talk about her anymore ever. And again, all of this is funny considering what we now know about all the lockdowns, about the push, about what they were using Hollywood for to push the jab. That's not a topic for this channel, but it is funny seeing what we know 2 years after the fact, that Letitia Wright was canceled simply for being skeptical about something. It is absolutely insane what happened to her then, and it's insane that these ridiculous lunatics at the Hollywood Reporter would try to equate what she was doing with some of the most vile, disgusting people to exist in Hollywood. And I'm glad that she lashed out at them for that and called their asses out. What do you think about this? Let me know in the comments section below. Smash a like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.